Grace, it's time to find out what is your best 13. I've asked you before the show to compile a bit of a list of your top 13 players you've either played with or against. I have it in front of me here, and I'll tell you what, it's a hell of a team. So let's go through it now. At number 1, Tara Stanley. Now, what can you say about Tara? Why have you picked Tara Stanley on this side?
Well, I much prefer playing with Tara than against her. She is an absolute nightmare to play against. So she can just hold, like, if she's got a hell of a fend. So like we'll be doing training, and all of a sudden I'll be at the end of Tara's arms. I just can't get near her. But not only is she just a big physical presence, she's got great vision. There's a reason that she is a world-renowned player. Her ability to command you from the back, she just knows what she's doing. It comes so naturally. And I do get a bit of a panic on when I know that I'm playing and Tara's not my fullback, because I'm just so comfortable and used to having her there, and she's just so good at her job. Like, she is a brilliant player, and she's one of those people that she can break the game. So like if things aren't going your way, she has the ability to turn that game on its head and produce something amazing, which I think every team needs players like that.
Moving on the wing, we've got Kelsey Gentles.
Yeah, Kelsey. She does scare me a little bit, the way she heads into tackles. You know, like she just goes head first, she's ducking and diving, and all of a sudden she's popped up at the other side of the defence. You think, oh God, I've got to go chase her now. But yeah, I think her go forward, she is probably one of the best around. Like the way she approaches her game is very much, she's just fearless. And I really like that about her. I think she's very sort of like honest and open about her game, and she'll cut a ball in for you when you're absolutely sort of like dead on your feet. She'll just pop up and take you forward and do so. Like, she's another person that can change a game for you by doing something that you like. She'll score for you or something like
that. At number 3, you've gone for Amy Hardcastle.
Yeah, Amy is absolutely lovely. I've never played with her at a club level, but we've played together at Yorkshire, and she's someone that she's such a big personality, but she has such an authority on the pitch as well. She's like someone that can hold a team together, and she's a nightmare to play against as well, because she's just so strong. She is honestly, like, you could stick her in front row and she'd probably hold her own. Like, she's just an outstanding player, and she's so knowledgeable about the game and how to behave in a team environment, and she's definitely someone to look up to, especially when you're going into these big squad environments. She's got such a professional attitude as well, and yeah, she's just all-round great player.
You know, and I remember she scored an absolutely sensational try. I think it was at the 2017 World Cup, I think against PNG. Any fans watching, go on YouTube and take a look at that, because that is worth watching. Number 4, it's I think your former Featherstone teammate, Natalie Gilmour.
Yeah, so coming through at Featherstone, we had Nat Gilmour. She played in centres, but she also played in fullback for us as well. And she's another person. She brought such professionalism to the team, and her attitude towards rugby was like just outstanding again. Like, she when I was at the age of 16, she honestly terrified me, but she's actually a really nice lady. But yeah, like, she's just obviously a legend of the game, and to be able to play alongside her, even though maybe a year or two, it was an honour.
Moving on now, number 5, you've put there Leah Burke.
Yeah, honestly, I trained with Leah as part of my TASS scholarship up at Leeds Beckett, and she's one of the most, like, you wouldn't think she was a rugby player based on like her mannerisms and that, but on the pitch she's just a natural finisher. She just seems to know where the try line is, and all of a sudden, like, yeah, she used to do gymnastics and that, so I think like that helps her with her athletic ability. But yeah, she's one of the nicest girls around, and yeah, she just like I say, natural finisher. She just seems to know where that try line is. Similar to Kelsey in that she just got that really strong go forward and just, knows where the try line is.
At number 6, it's Castleford's own Georgia Roche.
Yeah, I remember playing with Roche for the first time. She didn't say anything. She still doesn't say much now, but like she said even less back then, which... But now that she's sort of like growing in herself and more confident, she's becoming a really top class halfback. And I think she scored an outstanding try for us in the grand final when we both played at Featherstone together. I think she just danced away through the defence, and I think at that point, I think we all knew that there was something special on his hands. But yeah, her ability to just read a game and sort of like, she's a phenomenal kicker as well. Like, I think she kicked as a 40-20 against York, and in the women's game, for a women's player to be able to kick a 40-20, that's some achievement because it just doesn't happen very often. But yeah, she's just someone that can read a game. She knows exactly where to be at the right time, and yeah, she's a great player.
No, as you say, Georgia is an outstanding player. You mentioned that try for Featherstone in the grand final. I think the RFL still use it to promote the women's game. That's how good it was, and that was years ago. So that just tells you how good that try was. Number 7, it's Katie Cooper Birkenhead.
Yeah, absolutely. Used to love playing outside Katie Coops. She's just... I don't think I've ever come across someone who's just naturally gifted as she was. Like, her rugby brain was just as good as any man's. Like, she just made it so easy to play next to her, and I think I must have taken about 10 years off of her life because she had to teach me how to run a line properly when I first started at Featherstone, and I just one day just clicked, and yeah, she's the only person that I've ever seen who can absolutely nail a conversion off, those plastic like dome cones that you use as a marker at training. Yeah. She wouldn't use like a proper kicking tee. She'd use one of those plastic cones, and she'd nail like touchline conversions weekly from top of. She's the only person that I've ever seen manage to do that, and I still don't know how.
Number 8, you've gone for England legend Andrea Dobson.
Yeah, Andy, I think I'd have been silly to leave her out. She's an absolute like legend of the game. I still look up to her now. And yeah, she also taught me a hell of a lot about my own game. She's still a great player, and I think it's a shame that I never got to play alongside her at international level. But yeah, she was just fierce. Never took a backward step, still doesn't. And if I can have a career even half as good as hers, then I would be satisfied.
Number 9, you've gone for Leeds Rhinos as Lois Foley. Yeah,
I've only played with Lois a handful of times, but you can tell why she was so highly sought after in the women's game. Her ability to lead a team around the park was like, it was just amazing. She sort of like distributed the ball really nicely. I don't think you ever got a bad ball from her. And she's another person that can pull off like something special that you need to win a game. And I think she's done that a couple of times against us when she played for Leeds. Just sort of like hopping over the try line, a couple of important scores against us. And defensively, she was an absolute warrior as well. Like never took a backward step. Always solid in defence. Yeah, just an all-round great player.
And at number 10, you've gone for one of my all-time favourite rugby league players. Forget women's rugby league players or men's rugby league players. Simply one of my favourite rugby league players, Emma Slowe, an absolute legend of the game.
Yeah, another person that I think I'd be daft to miss out. Slowe, absolute, like, as you say, a legend of the game. I'd say, like you, she's probably one of the best forwards I've ever watched in both male and female game. She's really difficult to tackle. Like, I don't know what it is about her, but she just seems to know how to make your life difficult. And she's got this horrible step that she does it right at the line, and you think you've got her, and then all of a sudden she's got off your shoulder, and she's a nightmare to play against. But she's someone that I would always be happy to line up at the side of her, because, like I said, fierce competitor, and she just never takes a backwards step, constantly there. Her offload game as well, she's got, like, she can just get an arm free and she can whip ball around. Like, if I tried it, ball would go sort of like flying out, but she's got, like, her grips, like, really good. Yeah.
I have to tell you that her offload game is simply on another level. On another level, it's amazing. Number 11, you've gone for Sarah Roper.
Yeah, so Sarah Roper, she was another player from when I played at Featherstone. She, I don't really know what to say about her. She was just a great player. She was really solid in defence. Always, she was so aggressive and go forward as well. Like, she could take a hit up and be hit and like hit full speed. She was so difficult to stop. I also remember, I think first training session she turned up at, like, she just threw me around like a rag doll. And but yeah, she's a great player. She was someone that, like, she could just break it down the middle of the park. Like, she was relentless and just a great person to have on your team.
Next up, you've gone for the England captain, Emily Rudge, number 12.
Yeah, Ruggie, just an outstanding player. She's another person that I think has helped with the professionalism of women's rugby and how it's perceived. Yeah, she's just got her sort of like, when you're around her, you just sort of like, you want to improve yourself, you want to be better, because she's like one of those people that, like, she's really good in the gym, she's really good on the pitch, she's really good off the pitch. Like, there's a reason that she is the England captain at the moment. She's just an outstanding, not only rugby player, but an outstanding person. She's really approachable, and yeah, she's like, she scored 4 tries in, I think she was the first person to score 4 tries for England women in a test match, which, yeah, it just shows you how good of a player she is. She can hit an absolutely deadly line on that left-hand side, and it's, yeah, she's definitely up there with the world's best.
And at loose forward, you've gone for the one and only Rihanna Marshall.
Yeah, Ree, she's a great player. We've played alongside each other, but we've also played against each other. She's always someone, when she's running at you, you always just think, oh God, like, she's not someone that you want to have running at you. And over the past few years, I think she's definitely improved her game. So she's not just like a big running forward or just a halfback. She's managed to merge those two roles and sort of like hit that classic, like, loose forward role. And I think, yeah, she's become more of a deadly player, and I think she'll only get better. But yeah, she's just such a dangerous player, and in defence as well, she's a big solid unit. Like, there's not many people who'll get through Rhiannon, which, yeah, she's another player that she's just really great.